Well, hello my friends and welcome back to the bench. Today we're going to be testing another, we'll call it part 2 of Green Stuff World sets of metal colors. This was the one I tested about a week or two ago, steel and silver set. And that turned out pretty nice. You can see them back there. There they are. And so for the next test, I figured we go with their other set, metal color, golden tones. And that includes dark elder bronze, shiny gold, Eldorado, antique gold, gladius bronze, steampunk copper. And this video should have went up a little sooner, but computer problems and I couldn't do it. But everything is solved now. That's why we are a little late in our delivery here. Again, it comes with the same color chart as the other one. A lot of nice colors to choose from there. And here they are. Eldorado, steampunk, gold, dark bronze, gladius bronze, antique gold. Now, I am a little short on time because of how late this is. We're going to airbrush one. We're going to brush one on. The rest I will do behind the scenes, but I'll show every color as I did the last time. So let's go ahead and just pull all of these out. These have a shaker ball in them. And the previous set really went on well. They're nice colors, particularly this blue. I'll use this one here. This one of them is brushed on, and one of them was airbrushed on. A little shinier tone finish to it when I had the brushing it on versus airbrushing it on. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to brush and we'll airbrush one of these. So I think we'll go ahead and do one of the golds here. Let's put this aside. And I thought it was pretty funny that some of the music I figured I picked, I put two of them up there and I realized both of them had kind of gladius type knights on the covers or something to do with this stuff. And yeah, it looks like my Hammerfall War Kings and New Horizon CDs match my dude here that's on the cover a little bit with this guy too. So there we are. We have we're going to spray it over black primer, and I got a few spoons. We'll spray it over some gray primer also. Matter of fact, we're going to brush this guy on, this gray primered guy here. Let me go behind the scenes here and get this shaken up. My paint shaker is behind me a bit here. So I'm going to go shake this up. We're going to thin it a little bit. And we're going to thin it a little bit for airbrushing, so we need two of these. And I've been testing out this, I don't want to say it's a generic brand because there's an actual name on it there. This airbrush thinner and this cleaner and this flow improver. And I also have their cleaner. Oh, here it is. And it's been working pretty good. Maybe I'll do a video on this. Yeah, no complaints here. This stuff is all right. It seems to work really, really well. So, anyway. All right, let me pause the camera for 1 second. Let me get this shaken up. And we'll pour some on each cup. One for airbrushing, one for brushing. And we'll brush this guy on camera. Right now, I got my brush right here. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Here we are. I want to show you how thick this stuff is. Not exactly pre-thinned, but it airbrushes well, so I can't complain, you know. The Vallejo, their basic paint line, is made for brushing, and it wasn't the greatest for airbrushing, and I think that's why they came out with the air line, so you can get a better airbrush result. But there we go, that is that. Let's go ahead and thin it a little bit. I don't think I want to brush it on that thick, so let's go ahead. As I said, we're going to try this fairly new thinner. That's good because we're going to brush that on. The airbrush side, I'm going to thin it a little bit. We're going to put it in a 0.5 millimeter needle for the airbrush. I like to go a little bigger, and I can thin it out a bit. If you're not going to, if you don't have a 0.5, you're going to have to thin it a little more, the smaller the needle, and maybe jack up your air pressure a little bit. I'm going to show you this mixing up. It mixes up really well. So this airbrush thinner from this company, I'm kind of impressed. Came in threes too. I have the flow improver, the thinner, the cleaner. And anybody out there know how to stop this camera from this focusing? I like to keep it just focused all the time, and I don't know if that option is on my camera here. All right, we're going to airbrush that. We'll put that aside. All right, I don't think I'm going to hit the base of this thing too much. I'll end up getting on my fingers here, but we're just going to go ahead and load this guy up. Let me see if I can get this camera into focus for you guys. Not going to be too graceful here. Just want to see how it looks once it's dried. So, you know, if I can have some music playing while I'm doing this, like when I assembled these guys, but that video cost me a ton of money because, like I make them, I don't make anything on these videos, by the way, guys. It's pennies on the dollar, but those pennies they took away because I had that song from Royal Hunt playing in the background, but I didn't care. I make so little, I said, maybe the band needs it more than I need it. So I let it slide. I let it go. Now, the reason I'm doing this is I want to see what it looks like versus the airbrushing. The other one was a little shinier, but it still it did good. The blue, I showed you the two blues. It looked really, really good brushed on. So you can tell it was made for brushing on. This guy is tough to get at. I'm not going to be able to get at every spot on this dude. So I'm doing my best for you, buddy. So we'll let this dry while we go ahead and airbrush the same color, and that way we can kind of see the results on doing both. It covers really well. It covers really well. So I'll put some on the bottom. Why not? Let's go ahead. Let's see how it dries. This is a tricky base here. A lot of bricks and stone on it. I don't think I'm going to cover it that well. It wasn't meant to be painted there. It should be dirt color, but we just want to see what the paint looks like brushed on. All right, I got inside his neck there, I guess. And we'll let that stand. It covered really well, so we'll see how he dries. All right, we'll put him right there. Let me go clean my brush off. I'll meet you at the booth. We'll take this other cup and we'll airbrush this guy who's already loaded in my little holder here. So let's go see how it looks, and then when we're done, we're going to look at every single color. All right, at the booth, we have my swallowtail loaded up. This is my 0.5 needle size. Let's go ahead and get a quick base coat laid out here. You can see that it puts its base coat down pretty well. Check that out. You can leave them right there as a decoration. Looks like antique. Kind of knick-knack, so to speak. We'll let that sit. Let me get them over here off camera. All right, we got some gray primer. Lays down pretty good. Not as good as that new Kaleido paint I just started testing, but it lays down pretty well for standard acrylic paint. All right, let's get back to the dude here. Just hitting the base. I do like what they did with the sets, breaking it down to gold tones and steel and silver tones. That's pretty cool. I got this set on eBay. I think the guy was located in New York. It showed up pretty quickly. There he is. All right, let's finish out the gray. Now, as I said, I tested all of them, so once I stop the camera here, I'll gather everything up and we'll go over them at the bench. So we'll see you back at the bench with every single one. All right, back at the bench with our results. Let's go across the board, and at the end we'll look at them brushed in airbrush. You can kind of see the difference there, but also it was over gray primer, so that could be a difference here. This is shiny gold. I don't know where they get that term from. I guess that's got a scale shine to it, right? This is over gray. Much different, huh? But really smooth results. I love it over black, though. It just looks awesome over black. It just has a, particularly in this application, over these little figures. All right, what's this one here? Steampunk Copper. All right, check that out. Bit different over gray. Check this out. Quite different. So you're getting two colors, as many paints end up being over whatever their base is. Sorry, I can't find the spoon for this guy with the gray paint. I do apologize on that one. Which one is this? El Dorado. It's El Dorado. Even more shadowy. But again, it's probably how it's supposed to look. It looks pretty nice to me. Let's compare the gold. Oh yeah, quite different. Look at that. Check that out. All right, what do we have next? Gladius Bronze. Over gray. Quite different. Oh, look at these lines here. I think you got a little bit of running. Look at that. First time I've seen that with these. Probably a user error. I must have did something wrong there. But look how quite different they end up being. Gladius Bronze. Next one's a nice one. I love these dark colors. What is this here? Dark Bronze. Well, there you go. Look at that. And over gray. A whole different tone. Boy, I like this too. I like both of them. Look at that. That's quite different. Oh, and the one we did on camera, this was called Antique Gold. How does he look like compared to this one? Well, again, they're slightly different. Oh, you can really see it in the base. Pretty close. But my buddy really sees a difference. He does all the highlighting and shading. He would put the darker one first and go over it in with this lighter one, and then move on to an even lighter color. You guys know, you guys are paint managers, that's how it goes. So the subtle difference in these is a big deal for him. However, well, let's look at it over gray. We're going to see that anyway. Totally different over gray, but we're going to see it over gray with the brushed on. But first, I tried it on the shiny. I wanted to see how it looked on shiny black, and not much of a difference. I just sprayed it on the handle of the spoon quick, so you're not going to get a shine based on what the base is. That's why I tried that quickly. Let's look at the brushed on one here before we wrap this up. Here he is, brushed on. Pretty nice. Let's look at it. The back is a good way to see. Look at the difference. Look at that. Again, multi-different results. Over gray, brushed on, airbrushed over black. So there you go. I like the paints. They're pretty good. I'm not an acrylic guy, but I do like these. Not on the level of the new ones I started testing, that Kaleido. Those are like lacquers going down, man. Those are really nice. But I'm not sure of all the colors yet. These are really cool. These colors are these metallic gold tones, and there's steel and silver tones. Really, really cool colors, particularly for the miniature building. Anyway, guys, I give this one a thumbs up also. Nothing bad to say about them. Green Stuff World. Metal color sets, and I got these on eBay. If you type it in, it's a store out of New York. Shipped it pretty quickly. I did use these thinners and this airbrush cleaner, and really worked well. I bought all three. These are like 10 or 11 bucks a bottle. I'll put the link below for these, but maybe I'm going to do a video just on these, because they are pretty good. I like to show off any product that comes along that's worthy of purchase. And these seem to be it. I ran out of my homemade thinner, and I have some of my cleaner still in my spray bottle for my airbrush. And but because I ran out, I started using some. I have a lot of thinner. Behind me is a whole wall of it. So I just grabbed one of these. I realized this was sitting there, and it worked good. So there you go. All right, guys, I want to show you one thing before I go, and it is the trouble. Here's my phone. The trouble I'm having with comments. I still am not getting any comments sent to me. You guys are leaving them, but I'd have to go on every video, including ones that go back 4 years. Whereas 2-3 weeks ago, the 26th of June was the last day I got a comment sent to me. And I would just get, the phone would light up, or the email would come in and say, yep, you got an email and a comment, and it was like a 3-year-old video. Hey, man, they would ask me a question, and I would answer it. This is why a lot of you haven't heard me reply back. I can't go back 3-4 years and look at all these videos. It was sent to me. I've contacted them 3 times, YouTube, and they said everything's fine. It's not. Let me show you my email. All right, we'll just go through this quick. See, YouTube shopping has nothing to do with my channel. Ready for this? All of this just said YouTube. 90% of my email is YouTube. All this other stuff I never even saw. And look at this. Nothing says YouTube anymore. Nothing. There's no YouTube. I can go by weeks. Not one comment has been sent to my email. Nothing. So I don't know what's going on. I want you guys to know I'm not ignoring you. It's a whole separate thing for me to get involved, to go look at every video and look for all the comments sent. Versus when they send them to you, that's why they send them to you. So you don't have to go nuts, looking back at all your videos. And I've done everything. I've checked for spam. I made sure their email isn't flagged, all that. And it's all fine. It just stopped coming. And I don't know what's going on. I hope it gets fixed someday. Fingers crossed. Anyway, guys, that is the test. We will see you soon in the next video. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you won't be missing out on our next video. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a wonderful rest of your day.